What are some of the things you've seen, like the mistakes, big or, or small, companies make with regards to not understanding their customer and what that journey looks like?
The truth is that customer experience is not a division at your company. It's not a discipline. You can't go to college to learn customer experience. Customer experience is just a decision, but it's a decision every employee has to make every single day. And the way that unfolds in a company, I mean, it changes depending on the company. But I think the biggest mistake is just hiring like a chief customer officer, setting up a tiny task force of individuals that own customer experience, and then giving it lip service and saying, okay, we're done. Where you take a company like Trader Joe's, where customer experience is in the culture, and even if you are a customer of Trader Joe's, you'll notice even just when you check out, there's a human agent, person, cashier, and they always ask you, how's your day going? Oh, I see you're buying these mangoes. How are you going to prepare them? Like, what this spice that you're buying, like, what are you going to do with it? Have any fun weekend plans? And these little micro moments that make a more human experience. This is what Trader Joe's is known for. And that culture really permeates where everyone at Trader Joe's feels like they have ownership over the customer experience. And you can tell when you look at the employees, often the most customer-centric companies are on the great place to work list because employees feel happy, they feel purpose, they have meaning. And so it's really the idea that customer experience is just a decision, but it's a decision every employee has to make every day. And the company has to empower that decision making, has to encourage it, has to create a culture of customer focused decision making, and that is very rare.
And on that note, you actually posted something recently on a Trader Joe's situation just like that, where a customer posted something where she was asked what's her favorite book or what's she doing this weekend. And she basically broke down and was like, I have work and I've got the kids and I don't have time. And so what this employee did is they ran and bought her flowers and gave it to her. I mean, that's just incredible. So and it was that you can't teach that. That's got to be innate. But you think about the power of that. And that person wasn't doing it, that employee, so that this would become viral. It ended up becoming viral, right? But that hit on its point right there, why people will travel 30 miles to go to a Trader Joe's for situations just like that.
The in-store experience is really the product. And one of the things I like doing with my clients, whether it's a workshop or a conference, is asking the client, if you couldn't sell, I did this for a hearing aid company in Sweden. Like, if you can't sell the hearing aid, you can only sell the experience around the hearing aid. Is it compelling enough to bring customers in? Most of the time, the answer is no. And so increasingly, where most of our products are commodities, it's actually the experience around the product that compels customers to come back and tell their friends.
Yeah, and that experience is becoming so crucial, especially since COVID, and especially with the bombardment with social media. A lot of companies feel like, oh, I've got an email drip campaign, and that's all we need, and maybe we'll post a couple of things, but they're missing that mark there. What was some of the things that, you've been in since the early 2000s, like what was working back then that won't work right now, like as you've seen the shift?
Well, social media has been a game changer. And now customers don't want to just talk to companies on social media. They want to communicate with brands in WhatsApp. And now there's this element of e-commerce and social shopping. I mean, just like e-commerce, the explosion of e-commerce, where Amazon this last quarter surpassed Walmart in revenue. I mean, it's just an unbelievable change. I mean, think, Andrew, how you shop. I mean, how frequently do you go in Scottsdale and like go to an actual physical store?
Very rare these days.
Right? Very rarely. So, I mean, the whole landscape of retail, of shopping, I've recently stopped even going to grocery stores, even though I do love going to Trader Joe's. I'm a working mom, really busy. So I do Costco, same day delivery. I do Whole Foods through Amazon. It's groceries. There's actually, I think, groceries outside my door right now, waiting for me to go bring in the house. But it's just this beautiful change of brands thinking, okay, we're not going to focus on how we've always done things and what's most profitable. We're going to look at the life of the customer and we're going to meet the customer where they are. And that's why customer experience has been this amazing leveling field where any person can take an experience that people by and large hate, rebuild it in their garage, and they can become the next Amazon. Because there are so many industries where companies just don't care about customers. Like they're the most hated industries like healthcare, insurance, cable, telecom. And one by one, these industries are being disrupted because customers will flock to a new brand that makes their life easier and better. They don't need to be loyal to the brand they've always done business with because they're like me, the busy moms. I got a 4-year-old, got an 8-year-old. I don't care about loyalty. I'm going to go with the brand that cares about me, that makes my life easier and better, and that really enriches my life.